Did you know the average person spends over 7 hours a day staring at screens? That's nearly half your waking life. Think about it. How much of that time is actually meaningful? Here's the truth. Every second spent mindlessly scrolling is a second you can't get back. But there's good news. You don't have to stay stuck in this cycle. The ancient wisdom of Stoicism holds the key to breaking free and reclaiming your life. So stick around. Don't miss this chance to transform your time and focus. Imagine this. It's a calm, peaceful morning. The sunlight is just starting to peek through your curtains, birds are chirping, and there's this perfect moment of stillness. But instead of enjoying it, your hand reaches out like a reflex, fumbling for your phone. Before you know it, you're scrolling. Emails, social media, the latest memes. Your brain's already buzzing, and you haven't even gotten out of bed yet. That was me. Every single morning, a proud member of the Scroll and Stress Club. My day would start with a flood of notifications, and I'd carry that chaotic energy into everything else I did. By the time I finally set my phone down, I wasn't just distracted, I was drained. And here's the thing, I knew it was a problem. I'd catch myself scrolling mindlessly, thinking, why am I doing this? This isn't even fun. But somehow I just couldn't stop. Sound familiar? Here's the hard truth. The average person spends over 7 hours a day staring at screens. That's almost half your waking life. How much of that time is meaningful? How much of it are you truly in control of? One day I hit a breaking point. I realized I was letting technology dictate my life, and I had no idea how to take back control. That's when I discovered Stoicism, a philosophy that's been around for over 2,000 years. The Stoics were like the original mindfulness coaches, teaching us how to focus on what matters, stay present, and live intentionally. It turns out their wisdom is exactly what we need in this tech-driven world. These principles helped me unplug, reclaim my focus, and finally break free from the grip of constant distraction. So if you've ever felt like your phone owns you, or if you're tired of starting every day overwhelmed, this video is for you. The time to take action is now, because every moment you waste on autopilot is a moment you'll never get back. Let's dive into how Stoicism can help you unplug, refocus, and thrive in a noisy world. Think about how much of your day revolves around technology. Picture this. Your alarm goes off in the morning, not on a clock, but on your phone. And before you even get out of bed, you've checked 3 emails, scrolled through Instagram, and clicked on a random video someone sent you. Then the rest of the day follows the same pattern. A ping here, a buzz there. You're sitting at work, trying to focus, but your phone keeps lighting up. You tell yourself you'll only check for a second, but before you know it, you're 20 minutes deep into a rabbit hole of memes, news articles, or random shopping deals you didn't need. Have you ever noticed how exhausting it feels by the end of the day? Studies show that the constant notifications, multitasking, and endless stream of information aren't just a distraction, they're a drain on your brain. It's called mental fatigue, and it happens because your mind is always switching gears. One moment you're working, the next you're replying to a group chat, and then you're scrolling TikTok without even realizing how you got there. And it's not just your time that's slipping away, it's your presence. How often do you find yourself tuning out of conversations because you're busy scrolling? How many times have you missed the beauty of a sunset or the calm of a quiet moment because you were staring at a screen? Here's the harsh reality. Our brains aren't designed for this level of overstimulation. The average person checks their phone over 150 times a day, and every little buzz pulls you away from whatever you were doing. It's no wonder so many of us feel anxious, distracted, and disconnected from the things that truly matter. But let me ask you this. What are you actually gaining from all this screen time? Are those endless hours of scrolling bringing you joy, clarity, or purpose? Or are they just filling the space, leaving you feeling more empty and overwhelmed than before? The problem isn't just that we're using technology, it's that technology is using us. Algorithms are designed to keep us hooked, pulling us deeper into the cycle of distraction. We're not in control anymore. We're reacting, like puppets on a string. But here's the good news. There's a way out of this cycle. It starts with recognizing the problem and deciding to take back control. And that's where Stoicism comes in. The Stoics, thousands of years ago, faced their own challenges of distraction and temptation. Though their distractions didn't come with Wi-Fi, they developed principles to help them stay focused on what truly mattered, living with intention, staying present, and controlling what they could while letting go of the rest. We can apply their wisdom to our modern tech-driven lives. Imagine being able to silence the noise, not just the literal noise of notifications, but the mental clutter that comes with it. Imagine living a day where you're fully present, choosing how to spend your time instead of letting your devices decide for you. What would that feel like? And more importantly, what would it be worth? Let's explore how you can make that shift happen today. At its core, Stoicism is about focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't. This mindset is the perfect antidote to the chaos that technology often creates in our lives. Let's explore 4 key Stoic principles and how they can guide us to unplug and live with more intention. 1. Voluntary discomfort. The Stoics believed in practicing discomfort to build mental resilience. They would deliberately expose themselves to challenges, like fasting, enduring the cold, or sleeping on the floor, to remind themselves that they didn't need luxury to thrive. In today's world, our greatest comfort, and perhaps our greatest vice, is our constant access to technology. So what does voluntary discomfort look like in this context? It's a digital fast. Imagine turning off your phone for a whole day. At first, it feels uncomfortable, like you're missing out or disconnected from the world. But as the hours pass, you start to notice things. The sound of birds, the taste of your coffee, the warmth of the sun on your skin. You start to realize how much richer life feels when you're not glued to a screen. Start small. Try an hour or 2 without your phone. Leave it behind on your next walk. These moments of voluntary discomfort might feel challenging at first, but they'll build your resilience and help you reconnect with the present. 2. Mindful use of time. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." These words are a stark reminder that our time is finite. The Stoics believed in living every moment with purpose, making sure their actions aligned with their values. So, let me ask you, how much of your time spent on technology aligns with your values? Is it bringing you closer to your goals, or is it just filling the void? One practice that has been life-changing for me is setting intentional boundaries with technology. For example, I now ask myself, why am I picking up my phone right now, before I unlock it? If there's no clear reason, like checking an important message or looking up something meaningful, I don't use it. What would happen if you started using technology intentionally instead of impulsively? Imagine replacing mindless scrolling with activities that truly matter to you, reading, journaling, or spending quality time with loved ones. The key is to see your time as precious and to protect it fiercely. 3. Control your attention. Epictetus, another Stoic great, taught us to focus on what's within our control. Your attention is one of the most powerful things you have, but how often do you let it be hijacked by notifications, alerts, and algorithms designed to keep you scrolling? Take back control by creating an environment that supports your focus. Start by turning off non-essential notifications. You don't need to be alerted every time someone likes your photo or sends a random meme. Set your phone to Do Not Disturb during work hours or family time. Another trick? Create tech-free zones. For example, I've made my bedroom a no-phone zone. Instead of scrolling in bed, I read a book or reflect on my day. It's a small change, but it has a massive impact on my mental clarity and sleep quality. When you control your attention, you're not just cutting down on distractions, you're reclaiming your power. You're deciding where to focus your energy, and that's a game changer. 4. Living simply. The Stoics believed in living in harmony with nature and rejecting excess. For them, simplicity wasn't just about having fewer possessions, it was about focusing on what truly mattered and letting go of the rest. Think about your digital life. How many apps do you have that you never use? How often do you feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume of content on your feeds? Simplifying your relationship with technology can create space for clarity and peace. Here's an exercise. Take 10 minutes to declutter your digital life. Delete unused apps. Unsubscribe from emails that don't serve you. Mute or unfollow accounts that don't add value to your life. When you strip away the excess, you'll find that you don't miss it. Instead, you'll gain something far more valuable: mental clarity and the freedom to focus on what's truly important. Bringing it all together. Applying these Stoic principles doesn't mean you have to give up technology altogether. It's about using it with purpose and intention. It's about creating boundaries that protect your time and energy so you can live a life that aligns with your values. The question is, are you ready to start? What small change can you make today to begin this journey? Can you schedule a digital fast? Turn off a few notifications? Set a rule for when and where you'll use your devices? These small steps may seem simple, but they have the power to transform your life if you stay consistent. Remember, the Stoics didn't wait for the perfect time to start living intentionally. They acted because they knew that every moment wasted was a moment they couldn't get back. What's stopping you from taking that first step today? Here's where everything comes together, an exercise inspired by Stoic philosophy that will help you take the first real step toward unplugging. The evening reflection with a digital twist. This exercise is simple but incredibly powerful. At the end of each day, take 10 to 15 minutes to sit down in a quiet space. No distractions, just you, a notebook, and your thoughts. Here's what you'll do. 1. Review your day. Start by reflecting on how you used your devices. Ask yourself, what did I spend the most time doing? Was that time spent meaningfully? Or was it wasted on distractions? Did my technology use align with my values and goals? Be honest. There's no judgment here, just awareness. For example, you might realize you spent an hour doom scrolling Twitter when you could have been reading or spending time with family. That's okay. The point isn't to feel guilty, it's to identify patterns and areas for improvement. 2. Premeditatio malorum. Now bring in this classic Stoic practice. Close your eyes and imagine tomorrow. Picture yourself falling into the same tech traps, mindlessly scrolling, losing hours to distractions, feeling drained and disconnected by the end of the day. How does that feel? Frustrating, right? But here's the beauty of this exercise. You don't have to let that happen. Now, imagine the opposite, a mindful, intentional day where you use technology as a tool, not a master. You start the day without checking your phone, focus on meaningful tasks, and spend time connecting with the people and activities that truly matter to you. 3. Set one rule for tomorrow. Based on your reflection, decide on one actionable change for the next day. Start small. It could be, no phone for the first hour after waking up. No devices at the dinner table. I'll take a 30-minute walk without my phone. These tiny changes might not seem like much, but they add up. Every intentional choice you make helps you build momentum and take back control of your time and attention. Let me share how this exercise changed my life. When I first tried the evening reflection, I was shocked. I realized I was spending over 3 hours a day on social media, scrolling through posts that I didn't even care about. I kept telling myself it was just a break, but really, it was eating into time I could have spent doing things I loved, like reading or working on personal projects. The next day, I set one simple rule: no phone for the first hour after waking up. That morning felt completely different. I enjoyed my coffee without distractions, wrote in my journal, and started my day feeling calm and focused. That one change sparked more. It helped me see that I was capable of controlling my habits, not the other way around. This exercise is powerful because it combines two things: awareness and action. The reflection gives you clarity about your habits, while the premeditation motivates you to make intentional changes. The Stoics believed that life is too short to waste on things that don't matter. Every day is a chance to live more fully, to focus on what truly matters, and to let go of the noise and distractions. This exercise helps you do exactly that. Here's my challenge to you. Try this exercise tonight. Take 10 minutes to reflect, visualize, and set one rule for tomorrow. It doesn't have to be perfect, just start. And when you do, notice how it feels to wake up the next day with a clear intention. What if, one day at a time, you could transform the way you live and use technology? What if this small step became the start of something bigger, a more focused, intentional, and meaningful life? The only way to know is to take that first step. Don't wait, start now. Today's fast-paced, hyper-connected world, it's easy to feel like we're losing control of our time and attention. Technology, while a remarkable tool, has become a constant presence, pulling us away from the things that matter most. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to stay this way. By embracing the timeless principles of Stoicism, voluntary discomfort, mindful use of time, attention control, and simplicity, we can break free from the grip of mindless technology use and create a life that aligns with our values. Think about what's at stake here: your time, your focus, and your peace of mind. These are things that no amount of scrolling, likes, or notifications can ever replace. The Stoics remind us that our time is finite. Marcus Aurelius said, "You could leave life right now." Let that determine what you do and say and think. That perspective is a powerful motivator. It urges us to live with intention, to guard our time fiercely, and to focus on what truly matters. Imagine what your life could look like if you made just a few small changes. What if you replaced hours of scrolling with moments of real connection, with your family, your friends, or even yourself? What if you used the time you gained to pursue a passion, learn something new, or simply enjoy the world around you? And it's not just about what you'll gain, it's about what you'll feel. Clarity, presence, the calm that comes from knowing you're in control of your life, rather than letting your devices control you. The journey starts with small, intentional steps. Whether it's a digital fast, a simple boundary like no phone during meals, or the evening reflection exercise we talked about earlier, each step builds momentum. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Change happens in the small, consistent choices you make every day. And don't forget, this isn't about perfection. You'll slip up, you'll get distracted, and that's okay. The Stoics themselves believed that progress was more important than perfection. What matters is that you keep coming back to your intention, to live more intentionally and to use technology as a tool, not as a master. So let me ask you, what's stopping you from starting today? What's one small action you can take right now to reclaim your time and attention? Maybe it's turning off your notifications, taking a break from social media, or committing to an hour of tech-free time tomorrow. Whatever it is, take that first step. The Stoics believed that life is too precious to waste on things that don't matter. And they were right. Every moment spent mindlessly scrolling is a moment you could spend creating, connecting, or simply being present. Now imagine a life where you wake up in the morning and start your day with calm and focus instead of chaos. A life where your attention isn't pulled in 100 different directions by notifications, but instead is directed toward what truly matters. A life where you feel in control, not just of your technology, but of your time, your energy, and your purpose. That life isn't just a dream, it's within your reach. The tools are here, and the wisdom of Stoicism shows us the way. The question is, will you take the first step? Now it's your turn. What's one small step you can take today to begin disconnecting from technology? Have you ever tried a digital detox or set boundaries with your devices? Maybe you've experimented with something similar to Stoic practices. What worked for you and what didn't? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear your story, and so would our community. If this message resonated with you, don't let it end here. Take action. Try the evening reflection tonight, or start tomorrow with just one simple rule. Whether it's keeping your phone out of the bedroom, taking a tech-free walk, or creating a no-phone zone at dinner. These small changes might feel insignificant at first, but over time, they'll transform the way you live and interact with the world. And if you're ready to dive deeper, Check out my other videos where I explore more Stoic principles and how they can help you navigate modern life with clarity, purpose, and intention. In those videos, we'll talk about overcoming distractions, dealing with stress, and finding peace in a noisy world. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. Every thumbs up helps spread this message to others who might need it. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss future content. We're building a community of people striving to live more intentionally, and I'd love for you to be part of it. Remember, the time to act is now. Every moment you spend thinking about change is a moment you could spend creating it. So don't wait for the perfect time to start, because the perfect time is today. Let's embrace the wisdom of Stoicism and take back control of our lives, one step at a time. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to hear how you're putting these ideas into action. Let's continue this journey together and unplug, reconnect, and thrive like true Stoics.